Hey guys, Jason here with a word to the wise. Interesting the way a lot of things have rolled out. I was speaking, how things were probably going to start ramping up over the next month, coming up into this 9/23 code time, which not saying anything's going to happen on that date, but it's interesting the way things are going now leading up to that date. It seems that the bear is poking at the nuclear sites, reactors, the power plants over there across the pond, supposedly. Don't have any factual evidence on this, just word of mouth from other people. The Queen passing, I'm seeing a lot of things. I spoke on that channel, Redacted, but I see that, I'm not saying that any news organization has any kind of insight. If you're a massive news organization that is allowed to speak about the news and dig into information, more than likely, they don't care what you're saying. And that's probably what they want everybody to be worried about, worldly things versus the truth or the plan, the real plan that they are wanting to roll out, which the Bible has told us. So how seeing all these things in the world, similarly, it kind of compares, but at the same time, not exactly. So it's almost like they're using the Bible like a playbook to show the world, Christians mainly, probably, oh look, this is a scripture, it just happened. At the same time, can't say that is really what the Bible spoke about and that is happening. So like the whole the dose being part of the MOTB, can't say that it is. That's why I've never really said that it is. I've seen a lot of compelling things online. Also, before I go too far, I've seen a lot in the last week, really diving into a lot. That's why I was saying that Redacted channel. Huge channel, big following, die-hard set that aliens are real and they're happening. Just watched a thing on the Discovery Channel, an ancient aliens thing, which if you ever watch that and you compare ancient aliens and you just change the whole space narrative to biblical, that stuff makes a lot more sense to me. But like I've said, if some sort of a calamity, the world kind of rose up, had a humongous problem, natural or man-made, the crust is giving way, the ice caps are melting, we're gonna have floods, which none of the waters ever rise at the beach. There's never floods at the beach, right? Or that stay or stick around, or that are, beaches are underwater. No. But solar flares, meteors coming inbound, alien conflict, two alien civilizations battling it out here on Earth, man destroying man, and then all of a sudden they want to say, oh, well, you guys are going to destroy yourselves. There is a scripture in the Bible, and I believe it's Isaiah, and in the book of Enoch says the same thing, that the sun will become 7 times brighter. So if that happened, imagine how the worldly, the sinners, the ones, the elites that are controlling all these narratives could say, well, this is just like Superman, where the sun is now brighter and it's closer and it's going to get hotter and destroy the world. So we all need to listen to extraterrestrial beings, not aliens, extraterrestrial, not terrestrial humans, but extraterrestrial. Now you start looking at the Marvel movies, all that, blah, 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 blah. But also with movies, if you look at Pirates of the Caribbean, the East Indian Trading Company was a real company back in the day. They were global. That's why British accents are down in South Africa, India, New Zealand, Australia. They made their way around the Caribbean and probably the Americas, and they took over business. Where'd all that money go to? They went to Great Britain. So imagine that they have more money in gold than probably almost everybody. Sorry, my phone had to stop recording so it could tell me that I was out of memory, but let's go back. The East Indian Trading Company. That's why the British accents are around in the southern hemisphere as they are, through shipping and pretty much them being the pirates of the Caribbean. Notice that the pirates, the people that rose up against them, they defeated the armies and a lot of generals and things like that, but they never took care of the head. You got to cut the head off the snake, they say. So now you have Prince Charles moving in to his seat. I've seen videos where they compare the flag of the royals to what is spoken about the description of the beast, with the head of a lion, the feet of a bear, body of a leopard, and they have like the I think it's a lion, and then they have a unicorn, which you can see how unicorns are pretty much everywhere. So I could see how all of a sudden aliens could pop up out of nowhere, and then they would either, I doubt that they would say, oh, well, you know what? You need to listen to this man and worship him as that, as say an ex-president being the Antichrist. Imagine that the aliens arise and all of a sudden they have a leader and they demand he be worshipped. And who would promote something like that? Say somebody who created the Space Force during their presidency, and then all of a sudden now he becomes the false prophet. Why? Look at what he's doing right now. He's trying to bring truth to the world and clear his name and save the world from the left, right? So he's building a huge following. If you go down in the South, in the United States, yeah, everybody's on board. Everybody, even if you voted for our current seating head president, a lot of those people are flipping. They're seeing how he's there destroying all these things. Can't say that people are looking for hope in this world. Not saying it's going to happen, but a lot of people are always expecting so much turmoil and craziness to happen. But what happens if it does happen to go into some sort of a utopia in the times of tribulation? And that is the tribulation, that people are now turned from the truth, and you have the righteous, the ones who still believe, still are being faithful, who are trying to pull the people out of this utopia, and they are being labeled as some sort of a problematic scene, problem on the scene. So I can only also see that maybe now that Charles is in that seat, now if he I saw a channel, Really Graceful, that showed how Charles was the one that actually called originally for the Great Reset, not Charles Schwab, the World Economic Forum, or any of those people. It was him. Not saying that I checked that, but it was interesting the way she put all that forth, and she had like a Twitter account, kind of a scenario that she showed. And how his father said that he would like to come back as a plague on man. Interesting. So, all in all, anything's possible. But I think right now is a trying time in the world, and things are going to be now shifting into this dark winter scenario. And I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what these people of power are going to do with their power, because we know it's not going to be trying to stop or save the people from them. So. Just a word to the wise guys. God bless. Also, looking at the bug scenario, looking at the monkey business, it's that leash that they'll always be able to throw out in times of loss of control. So if some city or town, state, part of anywhere rises up, that's where I think they'll be able to say, oh, well, look, they need media silence. They're having a outbreak. On and on and on. Then they can move in also and control the people however they want. So just a word to the wise guys. God bless.